What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy D, aka the Strength Squad General. Welcome back to another lit vibe. And today, as you can see by the title of the video, the topic of discussion today, we will be talking about failure. If you're not familiar with the term failure, then if you stick around and, get a chance to live enough life, then you will experience some setbacks. You will experience failure. Trust me. And I'm not wishing this upon you. I'm just preparing you for what's to come when it comes to some of your expectations of succeeding and accomplishing goals or whatever it is that you're in pursuit of. I'm just giving you something to, brace yourself for and learn how to deal with failures and how do we go about it and actually thrive from failure. So once again, if you guys are interested in my perspective when it comes to everything I'm sharing with you guys, make sure you guys watch the entire video, lock all the way in. And I do appreciate all of my returning supporters as well. I appreciate all you guys. Anyway, let's get into it. Once upon a time, I used to frown at the idea of the word failure, the term failure, being deemed a failure, being called a failure. It was literally a pet peeve word of mine, meaning, how dare you call me a failure? I'm not a failure, this, that, and the third. It was almost like a curse word, especially if someone was directing it towards me. But over a period of time, I started to embrace the term failure. I started to embrace the process of falling short and coming up short and just failing when it comes to certain aspects of whatever it is that I'm trying to accomplish in life. And I started to recognize that at the end of the day, you cannot succeed without failure. You know what I'm saying? You cannot accomplish everything in life. You do not know the tip top of the mountain unless you walk the mountain and understand what's happening out there in those woods that may cause setbacks in your life. But at the same time, there is still a top of the mountain that you can actually get up and walk towards if you don't allow those minor setbacks, if you don't allow those failures during that process, during your journey, if you don't allow it to keep you down, there is still a top of the mountain that is there for you to climb. Let me give you guys another example. Let's just say your goal is to put on some muscle when you go to the gym, right? Let's say you're not comfortable with what you're working with and you want to put on some size, right? So let's just say you find a comfortable weight. Let's say you find something like a set of 15 or 20-pound dumbbells. And let's just say it's challenging to you as you start. You start to rep out 10 or 15 reps. And then let's just say 2-3 weeks go by and those reps become easy. You know what I'm saying? So in the beginning, it was a challenge, but then over a period of time, it became easy, right? So let's just say you stuck with those 20-pound dumbbells anyway. And your goal going into the gym is to develop muscle, right? The reality is, unless you're challenged enough physically, unless your muscles are challenged to a degree where you can almost find yourself going to failure, then your muscles will not grow. And that's just the reality. You can take that weight, lift it 20, 30, 40 times, and in your mind think, you know what, I did it 10 more times, I did it 20 more times. With the expectations and the hopes of building that muscle, the reality is your body is going to become accustomed to that weight because it's not challenged enough. I don't care how many reps you do. If you do not add on more weight, the muscles will not tear enough to repair and become a bigger muscle. So in order for you to get the results that you want, you have to keep climbing up in weight. You have to challenge your muscle to a degree to where the muscle breaks down. Don't let that go over your head, to where your muscles break down in order to recover and repair and grow bigger. And that's the same exact way when it comes to life, bro. You have to put yourself under a certain amount of duress, a certain amount of stress in order for you to recover and rebuild and grow. And this is one of the main reasons why you need failure. This is one reason why you need yin to go with yang. This is one of the main reasons why you need negatives to go with positives to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you want the result to end up positive. But at the end of the day, you won't learn humility without failure. You won't learn how to actually get up without failure. You won't learn how to actually be strong or become stronger, mind, body, and spirit, without setbacks, without failure. You won't learn how to be successful without learning what goes wrong, without the problems. How do you solve problems without going through problems? How do you solve problems without a problem that's meant to be solved in the first place? Nobody knows the solution to everything at once. When you first get a job or you first crack that book open, you're not going to know everything without reading it. And as you read the book, you're not going to understand every single thing without making mistakes. You may have interpreted it a certain way in the beginning and perhaps you were wrong about it. And the whole time you're becoming frustrated because you can't solve the problem. You can't figure out what went wrong. And this is the part where a lot of people, when they stumble upon these type of setbacks or finding out that they're making mistakes in their journey, this is the part where a lot of people quit. Like I said, the mountaintop is still there. You know what I'm saying? The goal is still there waiting for you to get to it. At the end of the day, it's up to you to get back up. Learn from the failure, meaning the failed attempts. So I'm not specifically saying you have to be a failure. I'm saying you need to fall in order to know how to get up. You need to experience some sort of failure in order to figure out what not to do on your way to success. And when you do become successful, you know what not to do. Without failure, bro, how do you know how to deal with life's trials without setbacks, without falling and falling hard sometimes? How do you know how to actually knock the dust off? How do you know how to take a deep breath and step back at it, get up, and just move different the next time? How do you learn how to move different to get you to the end goal if the answer is always yes, if the answer is always right, if you're always on a path that's straight and narrow, that does not necessarily take you through any obstacle course, that teaches you all of these fundamentals, all of these important key pieces that you're going to need when you get to the top of that mountain? How do you learn how to hunt? How do you learn how to fish without learning technique first? You feel what I'm saying? If you knew the answers right away to every single thing, bro, that's not life. You know what I'm saying? But how do you learn how to fish without learning the proper technique, bro? How do you know that going out there without bait may land you nothing in your net versus going in there with technique, a game plan from failed attempts? How do you learn the proper strategies and techniques that does work without doing things that didn't work, without doing things that don't work? When you go fishing, you feel what I'm saying? How do you guarantee that you're going to every single time catch the big fish? Sometimes you may fail and come away with nothing. Some days you may go with the idea that you want to go and get the biggest fish, but you walk away with nothing but little baby fish. How do you deal with that? How do you go about that? Does it stop you from, does it prevent you from going back out there attempting the next time to catch big fish? Maybe it's a lesson. Maybe it's something that you have to change in your strategy. That way next time, perhaps you can come away with bigger fish depending on how you go about it. But if it wasn't for failed attempts, how do you know that you have to go back and study and train and figure out how you can actually approach the situation the next time to get the results that you want? Another key lesson in failure, bro. Always remember, failure is not final, bro. Failure is not final. You feel what I'm saying? Unless you quit or unless it's fatal. You feel what I'm saying? It's not final, bro. If you failed at something, there's always an opportunity, bro. If you have breath in your lungs, there's always an opportunity for you to take that L and turn it and flip it into a lesson. So it's the same exact thing, a loss, right? It starts with the same letter, right? Starts with the L. But you can flip it and be optimistic and take that same L that was once considered a loss and turn it into a valuable lesson, So yes, you had a failed attempt the day before. Yes, you had a failed experience the day before. But this is an opportunity for you to take that failed attempt, take that L, flip it around into a lesson. That way it can eventually become the blessing that you'll need to reach the top of the mountain. You need to fail, bro. I promise you, you need to fail your way all the way up to success, bro. Sorry, y'all, my phone ran out of storage, so we have to finish it out on camera. But anyway, I forgot exactly where I was, but just to pick up, and mind you, none of this is scripted, y'all. This is all from the heart. This is all from the head, so bear with me. But anyway, like I said, man, you need failure. I'm gonna give you guys a real quick example about why you need failure, bro. When it comes to succeeding, you need a combination of failure mixed in your journey, because when you get to success, bro, I promise you, you're going to know how to take on anything. You're going to know how to take on anything. But I'm going to give you an example, right? So a while ago, I decided to, go for my personal training certification, right? And this is just one example. But I wanted to go for my personal training certification, right? So I took the online version of it, and I failed. The first time I failed, mind you, all right? So the first time I failed and I was scratching my head, I had no clue of what I was getting wrong. I had no idea of what I was getting wrong in terms of my studies. I could not figure it out. I could not configure. It was frustrating because I actually failed 2 times. I failed the first 2 times and I couldn't figure it out, bro. But the reality is there was something there for me to have to figure out in order for me to get to what I told you guys earlier, the top of the hill, which is still there. That hill is not moving, bro. That hill isn't going anywhere. You feel what I'm saying? So it's up to me to decide to not want to keep climbing anymore, or Sit with it long enough to figure out what I'm doing wrong. Why am I failing time after time after time? What am I getting wrong? What is not clicking? But it's up to me. It's up to me to figure out whether I want this bad enough, bro. Whether I want this bad enough to continue to keep pushing through all of the storms, the adversities, bro. It's up to me to figure out how bad do I want this. Do I want to quit and become a failure? Become a victim of falling short? Or do I want to, you know what, knock the dust off, get back up, sit with it? Because at the end of the day, bro, all it is just sitting with something long enough, bro, until you, till the light comes on. Until you, I figured out. Because the beautiful thing about this part of failure is once you get it, especially those nagging little scrapes that you get along your journey, bro, once you get it, you'll never make those same mistakes again. As a matter of fact, you become more of an expert when it comes to when you succeed. You become the expert because there's someone that's coming up that's thinking just like you. There's someone who's going to make a mistake just like you once made. But because you stuck with it and you decided to say, I'm going to figure this out. And once you figured out both ends of the spectrum, the what not to do's versus the how to's, you become the expert. You become the person who people can actually go to for counsel, advice. You are the expert because of the many mistakes that you've made, because of the many times that you failed before you actually figured out how not to fall and how to actually become that person who became victorious at what it is that you're seeking to become, whatever it is that you're seeking to accomplish. You have to freaking fall, bro. You got to know what's around the corner at every stage of whatever it is that you're doing, of your growth. Because if you walk around naive and blind when it comes to whatever it is that you're doing, bro, as soon as you get hit with any type of trial, bro, as soon as you get hit with any type of adversity, you're going to fold like a chair, bro. You're going to fold like a chair. But when you go through things and you make mistakes here and there, and you learn that when the rain comes out, bro, all you got to do is make your adjustments, bro. All you got to do is make your adjustments. People forget that adjustments are meant to be made. You know what I'm saying? Like the most successful people out here know how to make adjustments because we know what's out here. We know that every single day is not going to be a sunny day. We know that every single season is going to come a little bit unique and a little bit different. We know that when the winter comes, we got to make adjustments from the summer. We have to tighten up, put our jackets on, bring our umbrellas with us, and stay the course. You have to be willing to make adjustments. You have to understand that adjustments are to be made. And this is how you don't become a victim of failure. This is how you prevent yourself from, like, you can fall, but this is how you prevent yourself from failing. You feel what I'm saying? Being a failure. Because you need a little dose of falling in order to learn how to stand up. You need a little dose of failure in order to learn what not to do when you succeed, bro. So at the end of the day, all of these obstacles that comes along every single journey that you go after, it don't matter what it is that you want to do. Everything that you want to do is going to have an obstacle attached. It's going to have an obstacle attached. Everything is not straight one line, bro. Everything is not that way, no matter what it is that you want to do. So you need to learn the pros and the cons. You need to learn the ins and the outs. And if you could get it without falling, if you could save yourself from, you know what I'm saying, making those mistakes, then cool. The lesson is learned. But along come your journey where sometimes there's just new lessons to be learned. You can't figure out or configure why is this happening to me, or what is happening, or what's preventing me from getting to the end goal, from getting to the results. You have to go through failure, bro, in order for you to grow. Just like the muscles. You have to go through failure in order for you to grow. You know what I'm saying? Without a little bit of a challenge, bro, how do you actually become the person who masters what it is that you're trying to accomplish in the first place, bro? The muscles will not tear down enough or repair in a way that you wanted to, with the goal in mind that you want to build a bigger muscle without going through failure, bro. Without your muscles having to go through some sort of fatigue and some sort of failure. I be in the gym huffing and puffing. People think I'm crazy. They don't understand, bro. I'm taking my body through torture because I understand what it takes in order for my body to develop the way that I want it to develop. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly what it's going to take. I have to take it through sheer hell, bro, in order to see the peaks of the valley in my biceps, if that makes sense. I had COVID last year. You know what I'm saying? Set me back from the gym. Anybody who know me know I love the gym, bro. And when it comes to my business and everything, when it comes to making money, like, it set me down. What was I supposed to do? Stay down, bro? What am I just got COVID again a couple weeks ago. What am I supposed to do when I missed the gym for a week due to a setback? What am I supposed to do? Oh man, I'm sick. I couldn't lift no weights today. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to stay down, bro? No. You use that opportunity to figure out, well, okay, this is a setback, because mistakes can be made. You can fail, but then you're also going to have setbacks. We'll save that for a different video. But all of what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, man, how do you know how to become durable as a person if you don't know how to deal with adversity? If you don't know how to deal with when failure hits you? If you don't know how to tighten up, get back on the freaking horse, bro, and trot your way to success? How do you know how to become strong enough as a person to know how to keep pushing anyway? And that's what separates the winners from the losers, bro. 100% of the times, the winners are the ones who understand this. They're the ones who understand what it takes. I'm going to fall sometimes. I'm not going to win every single game, bro. What is it going to take for me to learn, bro? What is it going to take for me to start learning how to do things different so that I don't continue to keep accepting defeat, failure, bro? So you need it, bro. In my opinion, the way that I see it is, without a little bit of failure, you won't get a little bit of fire, bro. So you need it, bro. In my opinion, for me, failure turned into fire, bro. Failure turned into fire. It turned into passion. I'm sick of losing. I'm sick of getting it wrong. I'm better than this. I know I'm better than this. So I'm going to show up even more. I'm going to sit with it even longer, because I refuse to lose. I refuse to be stopped. I refuse to settle. I will succeed. So to me, a little bit of failure gave me fire. Sometimes you need that, bro. Sometimes you need that so that you don't sit and cry all day about whatever it is that's not working. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need that to make you develop that stamina, that strength. You know what I'm saying? I can do this. Because without a little bit of a pinch, without a little bit of a scratch, there is no healing. There is no learning how to navigate your way through life without knowing what's on every corner, bro. As much as you can. So if you fell down, if you fail, bro, good. If you fail, sis, good. I just encourage you to fail your way to freaking success, bro. Whatever you do, don't accept it. Like I said, failure is not final, bro. So if you fail, good. It's a lesson attached. Remember that. It's not meant for you to stay down. It's meant for you to, what is the lesson? Oh, here it is. This is the lesson attached to this failed experience, to this failure experience, this experience of me falling short, this experience of me, damn, I didn't get it right. There is a lesson attached that's going to be beneficial for you during the duration of your life. It's going to make you strong. So fail good. Fail your way to success. I encourage you to. And this is not me calling you a failure. This is not me encouraging you to I didn't get it right, so I don't want you to get it right. No, if you get it right, man, collect those get it rights. I'm just saying, brace yourself for the times you don't get it right and learn how to deal with it. And I only encourage failure to the degree that you become strong enough to know how to deal with it when it happens. You feel what I'm saying? How do you know how to change a tire if it never goes flat? What do you do? What do you do? How do you change a tire if you've never experienced a flat, bro? You will panic if you've never done it. But if you've done it before, if you have had those setbacks, then you're going to know, okay, I know what to do. Let me go in the trunk. Let me do this. Boom, boom, boom. Guess what? It sucked, but guess what? You got back on the road quicker because of that lesson that you learned. You feel what I'm saying? A while ago, where you learn how to change your tire, bro. Learn how to change the tires, aka the circumstances of your life, bro. Figure it out. Understand that there's no point in slashing the other 3 tires just because one tire went out, bro. Sit down with it, configure it, change the tire, get back on the road, and keep mushing, keep driving, keep trucking towards your goals. So the last thing that I want to say to close out this video is, please don't take those failures, those mistakes, those setbacks. Don't take it personal. You feel me? I know it feels a certain way, but do your best to not associate your feelings when it comes to the things that you're after. Because all it's going to do is just distract you from staying on your mission. All it's going to do is just cloud your vision, bro. Do what you got to do, take care of business, and get back in the hunt. Do what you got to do, figure out what needs to be solved. Solve the problem solved. And keep pushing, lesson learned. And keep pushing. Now you know the con as well as the pro. And this is how you become a pro. So this is where failure comes in play, eventually to your favor. In the beginning, maybe not so much, but eventually failure works in your favor. Maybe not during a storm, maybe not during the adversity, the time of it happening, but eventually it becomes in your favor. It works in your favor over time, bro. Anyway, y'all, this is your boy D. Till the next video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications. That way you won't miss a single video. Do what brings life to you, and it's a great chance that you'll bring life to whatever it is that you do. Till the next video, you already know the goal is to # grow peace and blessings, one love, strength.